Good morning, guys. Okay, I'm going to do things just a little bit different this morning. Which, I mean, I'm kind of doing this the old school way where I'm just going to make it one vlog today. And there's things that I've got to get done today, things I'm wanting to do. And so, therefore, this isn't going to be a long video. So, we'll get right to it in just a minute. Okay guys, so today is day 300. It's measurement day, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about, well, I know I've been sharing some things with you, but I'm going to launch into a little bit. So this is month 10, okay? It's been 10 months since I started the Kicking It series, where I started out at 217 pounds. But a month before that, I'd started at 220 when I had started it over again. So really it's closer to 11 months, but I'm counting by the Kicking It series, which is 10 months today. So anyway, I know in a way that kind of makes it off because I should be counting down from 217, but it's so much easier to calculate at 220. Anyway, I know, I'm lazy like that. So let's go on ahead and get right to the journal. Alright, my weigh-in this morning was 178.2. Now, I'm back up 5 ounces. But the really sad thing is, remember yesterday I had said that and every month in my weigh-in and measurement I had never had a gain day. Well, today was my first gain day. On a day 270 I weighed 177.8. So that makes me officially 4 ounces up in 30 days. Technically, 4 ounces up. So, I'm not happy with that, but it is okay, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So let's get right to the measurements. My waist on day 2, because that's when I first started measuring, was day 2. So my waist on day 2 was 39, and then again on day 270 was 33.5. Today, 33 1/4. So I lost some in my waist. My lower stomach was 42 and then 37. Today, 37 1/4. Now that's up a little bit by 1/4, but as I said, my cycle is about to hit, so I think my lower stomach is probably just a little on the swelled side. But not much. I mean, 1/4 of an inch isn't very much at all. It's hard. It's definitely not noticeable. So, no complaints there. My hips was 47.5. And then on 270 was 43.5. And today, 43 1/8. I have lost more on my hips. So I'm very tickled with that. And I had noticed that my hips are starting to look smaller. So, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to know just how broad my hips will be by the time I'm finished with this journey. My left leg was 27, and then again 23 3/4, and today 23 1/2. So my left leg is down in size. My right leg was 27, and then again 23 1/2, and now 23 1/8. So I didn't lose as much in my right leg as I did my left leg, but it's still good. My left arm was 16 1/4, then again 14 1/2, and today 14 3/8. Only lost an eighth on my left arm. On my right arm, 17 1/8, and then again 14 7/8, and today 14 3/4. Once again, another eighth of an inch. But I tell you what, for me to lose any size whatsoever in my arms is great because of the big flab of skin and the fat that's left. Because I've still got some fat in here, even though the majority of it is skin now. There's still some fat left in there. So for me to have lost even just an eighth of an inch means something to me. So, you know, as I'd shared with you, I didn't remember exactly what I was doing. And so many things had just gone over top my head because I had gotten into a routine, and I guess in a way was starting to become habit. And me and hubby was talking about our plans today because he's home, and he had suggested maybe I do one thing. And I told him, no, I'm going to do this other because I have got to start cutting portions. Well, he had actually got a little upset with me because I had asked him to stop giving me suggestions. But he had kind of had a rough day at work yesterday anyway, and that's no excuse. I mean, you don't bring what happens to you at work home. But unfortunately, he did at that moment. And so he apologized later, you know. And he said, but I do support you in every way with your weight loss. He said, and you're doing so well doing 2 meats and 1 carb, 1 fat. And then he corrected himself for 2 proteins, is it? I said, yeah. He said, I just want to make sure that you continue with that. So, you know, you gotta love somebody like that who pays close enough attention to see what is best for you and for them to keep you there, for them to keep you on that track. So, God knows when to use my husband for me. He knows. So yes, that's what it was I was doing. I was doing 2 part protein, 1 part carb, 1 part fat. And here lately, I've been doing pretty well all carbs and hardly any protein, right? So, honestly, the weight gain that I had today is remarkable because it could have been more. So, thanks to hubby and the Holy Spirit, yeah, my portions are going to become smaller because the one thing that I had definitely forgotten was whenever I do 2 part protein, 1 part carb, and 1 part fat, I am satisfied for the rest of the day and even into the morning until mealtime again. It's something about eating plenty of protein. It just takes care of everything. So, yes, I'm going back to 2 part protein and 1 part carb and 1 part fat, and I'm going to pay very close attention to that. Very close attention to that. That way, my portions are cut, and I don't have to worry about eating so much anymore. I'm going to pay closer attention to that. because that's the only way OMAD works for me. It's the only way. If I was to eat any other way trying to do OMAD, it just won't work. I would have to go back to eating twice a day in order for something to work. And I don't want to do that because my body doesn't need to eat that often. It just needs the right nutrients, the right amount. So that's what it's going to end up being. I've got to stay focused. I've got to stay focused. Plus, when I do my 2-part protein and my 1-part carb and my 1-part fat, I don't crave anything, which is a plus, which is what I need, what I want, what I desire, and what I'm aiming for. So, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. You'll be seeing me tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.